Bro, how many kids have we lost in this series since the beginning? Born or unborn? Have we lost any adults yet? Jesus. Look at that face. Just look at it. Tell me that don't scream all pieces out the window when it comes to this pilot of season 2. Rhaenyra is gonna go off. She ain't got no... I feel like she is gonna have no F's to give this whole entire season. So people better watch out now. Aemond, I don't even remember. It's been a minute since I watched all these episodes. I'm gonna be honest, but excuse me. Aemond, I feel a little bit, I feel like I was harsh on him. I can't even say harsh, but I feel a little bit sorry for him. I'll just put it that way now. Because rewatching it when I did, I can tell that the dragon kind of took control and it wasn't just all his doing. But he is still to blame, don't get me wrong. I'm putting him on my shit list, and I hope that if this season or this episode don't start with at least one death, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was his. I would be surprised if we don't get a death early on. Daemon is going to lose his ish. I don't even remember his reaction. I know he told Rhaenyra, but she's going to be on a rampage. And I don't even remember. It's been so long. It's been 2 years since this damn show came out. I think I was Team Black at the end of last season, or by the end of last season. I feel like I swayed a little bit and I'm back on Team Green. Alicent been doing some conniving shit. So I'm not her biggest fan. Otto been doing some conniving. Larys was doing some conniving. But Luke, they did my boy dirty, and that kind of swayed me a little bit. So we gonna see exactly what happened. But in this early set, I'm gonna go ahead and ride with Team Green. Oh my goodness, but I don't like Aegon. I usually side with tacticians, and that's kind of why I sway towards Team Green, because I feel like Rhaenyra is on her rampage now. She's in her feelings, understandably so, and she's going to make some rational decisions, or irrational decisions. Daemon was already in that mode. Maybe he'll become more of a tactician. He's always been like battle-driven and a tactician in that sense, but I feel like they might lose their bearings a little bit, and they're on the attack now, but out of emotion, which will be a little bit of a shift from last season. Green is going to be on the defense, I think. That's just my assumption. I have no clue, to be honest, but I'm looking forward to how this season plays out. The king might die. Aegon might die. Another Aegon might die. So enough of me theorizing and just anticipating. We're going to get into this because we've been waiting long enough. I've been waiting long enough. Y'all been waiting long enough. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, the like button, and I catch you in the rest of the series. But episode 1, let's do it.
Rhaenyra Targaryen, heir to the Iron Throne.
There's times when I like Rhaenyra, there's times when I hate her. And all that shit, I just peeped the the name of this episode, Son for Son, somebody dying. Damn. Dragon's taking over. And I forget the name of Aemon's dragon. Vhagar? But regardless of what his name is, Aemon need his license revoked. For if he don't die, he need that dragon taken away for the entire season. Bran the Broken. That's a beautiful shot. Wow. Pretty sure that bird is CG, but really cool.
All men of honor must pay its price.
That sounds like Theon a little bit. I know it's not, but...
The North owes a great duty to the Seven Kingdoms. One older than any oath.
Oh, the Starks. Nice.
Through its long tradition, the Night's Watch cultivated its strength from doomed men who had their life as their only possession. This is not a sentence, but an honor.
Depending on how you look at it.
The North must stand ready. Winter is coming.
Oh, it's been a minute since I heard that.
Do you think my ancestors built a 700-foot wall of ice to keep out snow and savages? What does it keep out? Death.
No, we back to hitting at the unknown evils. I like it. That's what kind of drew me into Game of Thrones in the first place. But
if your greybeards can fight, the Queen will have you.
They will fight hard, like Northerners.
I love that's how we opened up the season. We didn't see much of that, any of that at all in season 1. It was all Targaryens and in Westeros, really, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. What up, Rhaenys? Oh, I think she's just returning from the blowing that shit up.
A raven has told Rhaenyra that her son is dead. She needs to know it for certain.
She was a fool to go alone. What if Aemon were to happen upon her?
Then I would pity Aemon.
The facts. You ain't shit compared to her.
If you'd have acted when you had the chance, Aegon's line would be extinguished.
Damn.
And Luke would be alive.
That ain't quite fair, but I expect nothing less from Daemon. Little asshole. That better not be Vhagar just chilling out there. Posted up on the beach after he just murked some. Oh no, it's Rhaenyra. Jesus. I would hate to have that job. How much y'all think they get paid?
7 more ships put out to sea this morning to fortify the blockade. The gullet is vast, and we're not like to have the numbers to cover all that open water.
I must have my ship back at sea to lead the effort.
It'll be many weeks yet.
Weeks?
Roger.
You got some talented ship makers, Jesus.
But I'll have a word with my brother.
That shit is messed up.
They tell me that you're the one that dragged my body out of the sea.
Oh, right hand man.
I am indebted to you, Alan.
He playing shallow right now. I wonder if he gonna come to pay on that debt or continue to be honorable. Team Green, their colors are dope. We started off season 1 with this same shot, I think, walking into the castle. Yeah, I'm Team Green, man. They looking badass right now. You better not miss either. I want to see that accuracy we saw in the Game of Thrones, the OG. Is that Elena?
He'll be king one day. He must begin his instruction.
Oh.
What if he does not want to be king?
Where is it?
The library. You must not interrupt his custom.
You know what? Maybe I was wrong about Aegon. Aemon I was right about, but him, I kind of compared him to Joffrey. Maybe not.
They'd be fools to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons. The rats.
The Queen is an enduring mystery.
Definitely seeing something. Whoa. Whoa, Allison. Allison. Dude, is that Colt? Hey. You do what you gotta do. You can't be doing all that and then put on house shoes like you all wholesome. The little nun shoes.
We cannot. Again.
At least not today. See,
If you wouldn't mind.
see you again tomorrow. At the dawn of morning. Oh, there go them rats.
Perhaps your grace might lend his voice to our outreach.
Bro, focus.
Would someone please?
Is the heir to the throne bothering you, Tyland?
No. No, not in
Yes,
the
the
least.
hell he is. Badass little kid. Sit on your throne. Behave.
A pony ride. Wouldn't that be fun, Jaehaerys? Should the Master of Coin be your royal steed?
I spoke too soon, bitch ass Joffrey.
Off you go, Jaehaerys. Good boy. Where were we?
I'm starting to remember why I didn't like Team Green too much. I might be switching my call again.
Aemond is my closest blood and our best sword. I welcome him.
Path to King's Landing is through the Riverlands. We must establish a toehold there. At Harrenhal.
Alright,
And we can burn the blockade while we're
I'm already done.
Rhaenyra has dragons as well.
I'm feeling sorry for Aemon. He came in with too much confidence and he don't look sympathetic at all. Podcast Lars.
Mario Grace.
Good morrow, Lord Larys.
I had come earlier to have a word before the small council convened, but your handmaiden said that you were indisposed.
I'm jealous. You owe him some feet time.
Give me that.
Your Grace?
Just leave me. Just leave me.
I'm sure she definitely feels bad about it, but that ain't to make up for the rest of her family's doing.
Dragon!
Alright, who is this? So these aren't just random she taking out. Yeah, those were just randoms. Oh, they pieces of the dam. That's messed up. Just fishermen. Please don't find like a head of Luke. Bro, how many kids have we lost in this series since the beginning? Born or unborn? Have we lost any adults yet? Jesus.
King Aegon. Aegon the Magnanimous. Second of his name. King of the Andals.
The name was weak.
Hail King Aegon.
The Magnanimous.
See, he agreed.
Perhaps we could just return his sheep. He came all this way.
If you return one herd of sheep, Your Grace, you'll soon find them all at the foot of your throne expecting the same.
He's hard to get a reading on. He flip-flops a little bit.
Speaks, Your Grace. All hear it.
After further thought,
Damn.
I have decided that I cannot restore your sheep.
Puppet.
A lone scorpion takes weeks to build. To put it simply, we are struggling. If we could but have the crown's coin before we started work, it would bring great relief.
It's probably one you should approve, but...
You shall be paid, and paid well. My army cannot win a war without your weapons. You should continue their making.
Oh, sit your ass down.
Our victory depends on the efforts of the small folk.
You have my most sincere gratitude, Your Grace.
Damn, that
Grace,
flipped and got more crooked this season.
Sarah's had a certain reputation as being pliable.
I am aware.
I would think, as we find ourselves standing within a hair's breadth of war, that you would wish to be viewed differently.
Where's Ottaway right now?
Otto Hightower was your father's hand, Your Grace.
Okay, Lyra's playing them seeds again. There's one of those tacticians. Wait, is he doing this now because he knows something's going on between Allison and Christian?
And how would you define victory?
Rhaenyra bending the knee, and Aegon sitting the Iron Throne in peace.
Not gonna happen.
As Viserys wished.
Well, if that's how you describe it, then we are aligned.
It's messed up that she still believes that's Viserys' wish.
Who sent you fleeing from King's Landing in such disrepair?
Simply spit the business along.
Business that ended with the theft of the Queen's throne and the murder of her son.
You only blame me because your true enemies are out of reach.
You're still culpable for some of the blame.
Have her moved to the cells. She is to be treated as a traitor to the crown.
I don't know.
Forgive me, my prince.
I don't know why she would have expected anything different.
Aegon was in your grasp. You should have killed him yourself.
I reckon our names of the King's Guard are just 8 and 10. And we swore the same oath. To defend the whole of the royal family. So what were we to do when they turn against one another?
What the dragon up to? Oh, that's just... Is that Rhaenyra coming back?
And the Rhoynar and the First Men. Lady of the Seven Kingdoms and protector of the realm.
She got some epic music already this season.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Dead. Oh, you just want to. We going torture route. Whoa. Savage mode activated. She said what she wanted. I imagine Daemon's going to be the one to follow through on that. Is that him from the Night's Watch? Or other son?
Lord Cragen Stark has promised 2,000 men.
I'm not even sure how long it's been since they've like seen each other.
Valerie Florent.
Yeah, this is one of those calm before the storm moments. Shit about to get real. Don't you say his name. Don't you do it.
Viserys Florent.
Good shot. That was cool with the candle going on. I know that's not like smoke, but the fog, that was pretty cool. I don't know if this is just espionage or if he actually about to do something.
Commander. Never gone for long. I'm told you bear a mislike for the High Towers.
Fuck the High Towers.
The White Worm said you're one of Aegon's rat catchers. You must be busy. That castle positively crawls with them now.
I heard the White Worm was dead.
That's what Helena was talking about.
I was also given to understand that you possess a unique knowledge of the Red Keep.
Michael's tunnels. Where big rat's nest it is. I know them better than the shape of my own cock.
That's a damn shame. You ain't lived yet.
But I understand he's quite good in a fight. You want to take caution. One half. We get the other one. It's
Damn,
not.
that's only one half. That shit sounded heavy.
She has a gentle heart. And Rhaenyra is a cunning spider. Long ago, she drew Alicent into her web, intoxicated her.
They both got a little bit of toxic in their blood.
She holds love for our enemy. That makes her a fool.
This dude forever creeping.
You and Vhagar are the greatest single power in the realm. If it wasn't obvious before, it certainly is now.
I'll say Vhagar, not so much him. I'm giving all credit to Vhagar.
I promise you, Aemond, you will have all the vengeance that you seek, but you must keep a grip on your impulses. We both know that your brother cannot.
Otto, as much as I don't like how conniving, well, I like how conniving Otto is, but he gained a little bit too much power from me. He got his little whispers in everybody here. It's gonna be a nice little chess match between him and Laris.
It's the king.
I need to be both. My mother and grandsire.
They fucking wasted.
Oh, but you're the king. Who gives a shit what they say?
My brother at least knows his place. No one knows what magnanimous means.
Meet Aegon the Generous, then.
Aegon the Generous.
I like that.
It's got a better ring to it.
Aegon the Dragonheart.
That's it.
Dragonheart, I kind of like that.
Aegon the Dragon Cock.
Yes.
No, we gonna skip on that.
The untamable beast.
The Untamable is actually kind of tight. You could go with that.
I could end you right here. Take the rest of the gold myself.
I know my way upstairs. I just don't know my way around.
Damn, I was about to say, where the hell the dog at? He definitely ain't no guard dog.
Back off.
Kill him. Kill him. Snap his neck. Pick him back up. Throw him across the room. Do what you gotta do. He ain't shit. I don't think it's like the best idea to come in here hot with literally.
No one's here.
What if somebody was in there? Bro, even if they did find him, I don't have any faith that either of them could do anything against Aemond. Hand to hand or whatever. Where the hell is everybody at? They must know they're here.
For the rats.
Rat catcher.
Stay still.
Oh, Helena. Whoa.
A son for a son, he said. Or does she look like a fucking son to you?
Over there.
Is it Aegon? One of the kids.
We need to get our head and get out.
Oh, Aegon is gonna lose his shit. We already saw the connection he has with him a little bit.
Look the same. Which one's a boy?
Maybe that one.
Dumbass.
I look for a cock.
The mother knows.
The hell? She knew they were coming too. I forgot she has visions.
I have a necklace. It's of great value.
That's not a son.
Damn. This dude is shaking. She could probably whoop his ass right now. Oh, she's gonna point to the girl. Damn.
Wait. It's the other one. She's not going to give up the king's head that easy.
She's telling true.
Hold him down.
Remember that question I had about kids? They are always in danger in this show. What are they doing? What are they doing? Bro, what are they doing? Did they just do what did they just do? And she just left. Like, no, you gotta stay there and die for what? I know she's got another kid to protect, but do something. You ain't got no weapons to get them while they're not looking. Bro, what the heck did they just do to that kid? Oh, shit. Is that Aegon?
Helena.
Oh, no. Damn. So much for the last time, bitch.
They killed the boy.
Why the fuck were they sawing? Why didn't they just make it quick? Is that the end? Oh my goodness, that episode was an hour and 12 minutes. How did that go by so fast? Jesus Christ. That was a mellow episode, but a very good episode. A lot of dialogue, which if you're OG of the channel, you know I enjoy a lot of dialogue if it's written well and done good. We have two episodes now, the last two that I've watched, that end with deaths of kids and prominent characters, somewhat important characters, royal characters. And I love the fact that we're starting and kicking off this season getting straight to business. Now, it wasn't action-packed. We still kind of set the tempo. We didn't jump right into things, but still setting the tone a little bit. But the fact that we lost Luke at the last episode, the end of last episode, at the hand of Aemon. And this one was titled Son for a Son, and we've already gotten that revenge. Hold on, they're showing the trailer for next episode. I do not want to watch this yet. I don't know if I will, but I love that we're not wasting time. I'm pretty sure this season is going to have 10 episodes, similar to the last one, similar to other Game of Thrones seasons. I'm not positive on that. We'll see moving forward. I don't even care. I'm going to be here for all of it. I'm going to watch them all. But yes, I love the fact that we're getting straight into it and not wasting any time. Straight to business. Give me answers. Give me results. Give me more questions, as always, because that's just going to deepen my investment in the characters and the show in general. Daemon, he did what he had to do. Now, it was a little bit more sad. This was savage, which you expect. Like, I still... And that's a creative decision by the writers, I guess. You just get sound effects of what is happening to the boy in that specific, so it leaves it up to the imagination, which is terrifying in itself. And I think it's as sick as it is, it adds something to the show. That's a tough scene to watch, and that's bouncing off of a lot of scenes that were actually pretty tough to watch in season 1, especially with childbirth, deaths, and all that happened in last season. There were some stark moments, and that's coming from the OG Game of Thrones, where nothing was necessarily off the table. So they're definitely going for moments that kind of up the ante without necessarily completely up in the ante. Like, there's some very graphic stuff in the original Game of Thrones that I don't feel like this has topped yet, but they're doing a good job of getting close without even necessarily showing much, which might be the art artistic view of this show going through the entire thing. That might just be something they stick to, or maybe they're just ramping up to the graphic. I don't know, but I'm fine with where it is right now, and I enjoy it. I appreciate the writing, the subtlety of all of it, leaving it up to the imagination. This was a very good episode, and like I said at the beginning of it, Team Green, Team Black. I was committed to Team Green right off the bat. And now, like 10 minutes into the episode, I was back to Team Black. And I don't want to hear none of y'all jokes. Y'all ain't funny. With me saying that, I know what you're thinking. You ain't clever. But I'll probably laugh at it regardless. But I think I'm Team Black. And then I say they just got the revenge, so maybe I'm Team Green again. But no. I feel like on Team Black, I feel like I can respect them a little bit more. Like, even though they connive, they're a little bit tactical. They're pretty upfront in how they feel towards someone, and they act on those feelings. And like they're saying, I don't like you, and I'm gonna do something about it, or I'm gonna let it be. But if you overstep that line, I'm gonna do something about it. And then Team Green just got more of those people that are like a Joffrey, like a Ramsay. They're just like spoiled brats that feel entitled, and they end up doing stupid shit that's just savage. And you're like, I don't like you, and you're only like 10 years old, but I don't care. You deserve to be in prison. You deserve to whatever comes your way. But Jacaerys, the little kid that just got it, I can't say he definitely didn't deserve what happened. Let me be clear with that. But he was in that scene with Tylen. He got some little asshole tendencies, so I have no doubt he was gonna graduate to some bullshit. But at the same time, revenge has been had on side of Team Black. You know it's going to be an eye for an eye. They're going to do something to get back to him. But they're going to be strategic about it. Whether it's Lars, whether it's Otto, I don't know who's going to game plan. Alicent might be in shock. Her and Christian Cole are still doing the thing. Where that leads to, I don't know. Larys seems like he's flip-flopping a little bit because of that relationship. There's a lot of things going on. I like to skim through the timeline. Just to see or make sure that I don't miss anything. Excuse me. But Sea Snake, I was really happy to see the Night's Watch. It was good to get a reunion between Rhaenyra and her son. That was a pretty emotional moment. It didn't get me right off the bat, but from him coming from the Night Watch and kind of reporting to her as one that took the Black and at first, and then kind of breaking down and having that emotional moment, that was a really good scene. Done very well. I enjoyed that. And the sword on the back of the, I don't know who that, I might have just missed his name, who the kid he was talking to at the very beginning on the wall, saying they didn't build this 700-foot wall for dragons. Death is coming. Winter is coming. We finally got that phrase back. That was cool to hear. Just nostalgia-wise, but also to what it lends to. Now, to know that winter's coming and it's in Game of Thrones, we already have kind of the resolution. But yeah, interesting. I just enjoyed that. I love seeing the wall. It's something about anything, any show, any movie where you have like change in elements. The snow scenes, the snow sequences are always the coolest, whether it be in this, whether it be in like Star Wars, whether any show. In video games, I love the snow levels. Super Mario, whatever. You get what I'm saying. It's always cool to see that, and also just to have the characters to back it up. We didn't get much. Obviously, you just see like the Stark shields and some of the characters that are on the wall. But I'm looking forward to seeing more of that, and I feel like we will get a lot of that since we started off the season with it. So it'll probably be sprinkled in here and there. I wouldn't be surprised if Aemond ends up on the wall in some capacity to somewhat protect him. I don't even know if that's a possibility, but I don't know. That'd be interesting. So I'll keep my eye out to see what exactly transpires there. But yeah, The Wall, Night's Watch, awesome. Glad we started that way. Rhaenys, a little bit of a rift between her and Daemon. There's still that dynamic where she ain't taking no shit from nobody. She really don't answer to nobody. She marches to the beat of her own drum, which is respectable, and it's probably going to continue that way. And everybody seems to have respect for her to some extent. Whether that respect will run out at some point, I don't know. But I look forward to hearing more from her. Sea Snake. It's good to see him back. I completely forgot he did not die. I think his brother was the one who ended up dying, got his head sliced by Daemon. He's back. He's struggling. He's not exactly healthy. I don't know how long it'll take him to get up and running, literally. And same with his ship. But this dude, Alan, I think he called him, that pulled him up out of the water, saved him, is working on his ship. He said it would take weeks. That thing was jacked up. It was straight wrecked. So if they get that thing completed and done in weeks, kudos to him. But I have no reason not to believe him at this point unless somebody halts it in some way. But yeah, I look forward to all that kind of lead into whatever he has planned. Whatever that is, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully it's something that pays off in the end. Helena, I don't know much about her. Like, if you know my reactions from the past, the OG ones, you know that I didn't and haven't read the books, so I don't know everybody's backstory outside of what we got in season 1. So Helena is an interesting character to me. She has like the visions, like characters we've seen before, obviously Bran and a couple others. Did Aegon, the original Aegon, have visions? I'm blanking on it, but I think someone like that. And she was just like the rat catchers. Nobody catches on to it. Aegon kind of laughs it off, and that's a moment where you're like, is she serious? Is she going crazy? Is she actually saying something of value? And turns out she was spot on with the two guys that were playing rat catchers. Clever. That's also something that I feel like could have been like the title name, but Son for a Son was really good too. And I like the element she brings. I don't know what she'll be able to bring to the table outside of like those visions that lend to what you could expect to happen in like an episode, but that was rough. Her having that vision and not necessarily acting on it. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how vivid her visions or prophecies exactly are, if she even understands them at this point, if she'll come to a point where she understands them, but not to be prepared for it. And then in the moment, I know, say she's a woman and two dudes and she had another kid to protect. That's tough too, but not doing nothing, like tell the kids to run. They weren't after her, period. So I feel like she would have been safe, and she could have done something to try to defend her. I don't even know how old Jacaerys is, but a little kid that definitely wasn't going to be able to defend himself. And they tortured him. You could hear him like sawing. Imagination. But yeah, that was a rough scene. And Helena, I like what she brings to the table as far as plot story, but I lost a lot of respect for her. Obviously Aegon, he's a mixed bag for me, because in some moments he reminds me of Joffrey. Some moments he reminds me of what's Joffrey's brother name, the nicer one who ended up committing or offing himself because he just wasn't happy with the power and the politics and all that. You guys know who I'm talking about. He bounces between both of them. Sometimes he shows compassion. Sometimes he's an asshole. And I don't know how to read his character. Maybe that's just like a writer's choice to make him, to humanize him a little bit, or show that he's highly impressionable. He's still young, and he could teeter either way depending on who his influence is. I don't know. That's something I'll just have to watch play out. But interesting nonetheless. Aegon, I don't like him. And like I said, if I go down the list, I know I said Team Green in the beginning, but I feel like if I go down that list of all Team Green's members, I'm going to have a lot of I don't like your ass on that list. If I go to Team Black, I'm going to say I probably still don't like your ass, but I at least respect you. So that's a dynamic that's definitely a little bit different. And I feel Daemon is a badass. Even though I don't like him, he kind of a badass. Aemon, I was so gung-ho on them like having a one-on-one at some point. I don't think that's going to happen. Like they'll have a conversation, but as far as like a fight, a duel, a sword fight, I don't think that's going to be the case. It's going to be pretty quick and nah, they probably going to torture him if they still are even after him. I know they just got this son, but I feel like they still would go at him or go after him. Or maybe they will have a one-on-one. Since they already got one son, it's not like they'll just take Aemond and off him in revenge for a son like this episode is called. But they'll go head-to-head a little bit. So I'll retract my statement a little bit. I feel like they might still have that one-on-one. Just me thinking through things. Let me know what you guys think, especially if you haven't read the books already. That's a crazy smile right there. I don't think you guys can see this, but I'm freeze framed at 22:14 with Aegon sitting in his throne chair. Crazy smile. Nice smile, but he looked crazy. He looked like he could play the Joker for real. But that was just an interesting shot I just froze on. But yeah, I feel like that's the end of this conversation. Laris is playing his games. I don't know exactly what he's up to. The White Worm is back in the fold. She's working for Daemon somewhat, so she can get her freedom back. Otto is definitely playing puppeteer still in the background. And it's not even I can't even say he's like conniving. He's just being strategic and in the right capacity. Like these are things he's not going out of his way to do. I wouldn't say they're things he needs to do to keep like his power, and keep advancing and keeping the people that he wants in power on the straight and narrow, especially Aemond. Now, whether Aemond actually conforms to his rules and restrictions so he can obtain whatever that level of power is, that's to be determined. But wow, it very good by the writers. Like I said, a lot of dialogue, slow, ramped up, but still had tension to keep me invested, and I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I'd give this episode it's so hard on these first ones because you don't want to give it a 10. It's definitely not a 10, especially when you know there's more to come. I feel like I can't go like as low as a 7 point. I give it an 8. I give it an 8 out of 10. This one was really solid and I really enjoyed it. So make sure, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button. Comment down below to introduce yourself. Let me know your favorite Game of Thrones character. Favorite Game of Thrones episode. It can be in House of Dragon or OG Game of Thrones. If I'm going favorite characters, that's tough. I don't know if I could even pick a favorite character at this point. Let me think on that. I'll get back to you for episode 2. But episode 5, season 5, episode 8. What's the one where? Oh my God! This is I say it time and time again. It's the one where in OG Game of Thrones where they're on Hard Home. That is my jam. I know that was like a whole series. That was a whole lead up. That was like one of those like in Dragon Ball Z when they take 20 episodes to lead up to like a moment when those White Walkers like stormed off the boats and up the water and they were, oh my goodness, I get goosebumps just thinking about that. That's my episode. Always will be. Like there's a lot of epic ones, like obviously Tyrion's like speech in season 4. I forget which episode, but no, there's some epic moments, but that one is always going to be my favorite. Let me know what yours is. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you stay chill on this island. Deuces.